Right then, welcome back to the Severn Valley Railway. We are currently at Highley Station, like we said at the end of part one. So now it's time to have a look around here. I must say, again, it's a gorgeous station, but they've got an engine shed. So we're going to have a look in there and see what they've got. So welcome back to Down the Line.
Highley originally opened in 1862 and closed in 1963 before the beaching cuts, and a decade later it was reborn and began seeing services and passengers once more, and after a quick stop and stare, we went to see the visitor centre that resides here.
So, we've just ventured a little south from the station and we are now here at the Engine House Visitor Centre here on the Severn Valley Railway. Now, this place opened in 2008 and stores some of the outer service locomotives, wagons and coaches here. So, of course, we're going to go inside, so let's have a look.
The visitor centre here houses many exhibits for you to come and see, including Sir Nigel Gresley's actual top hat, and an engine I have always wanted to see, the Longmoor Military Railway steam locomotive.
Now, this is a steam engine I have always wanted to see. It's from the Longmoor Military Railway down in Hampshire, but I've only seen pictures of this so far, and to see it in the flesh, wow. And it's named Gordon. So you can probably guess at what Tom's tank engine locomotive is based off this. There's a massive clue.
Not only the locomotives here, there is also the travelling post office coach, which you can come and have a close look at, and was once a fabulous point of the UK railways.
So, the Royal Mail Train. Now that stopped quite a few years ago now, but we're in a wonderfully restored coach here, and it beautifully represents a very valuable job on the railways. You can just imagine being on it for hours on end, going from, your Londons all the way down to Plymouth, Cornwall, up to Scotland, purely to sort letters. So, if it was your aunt's birthday or something, you wanted to send a card back then you'd pop it in the mail, and likelihood, it would be here. And you'd have someone quickly working, popping the letters in, knowing exactly what they were doing. What a job they had, and this is a great pastime.
After a fabulous time at the visitor centre, we then headed back to the platform to catch the next service of the day, and as we departed Highley Railway Station, we headed up the line to Hampton Load. Although there was an unforeseen problem, the services had become severely delayed, which I will now explain.
So, we are currently stationary at Hampton Load Station. Now, we was going to see all of the stations, but there is quite a severe delay on the services today. So, in order to get enough time at Bridgnorth, we're going to have to stay on this service and give Hampton Load a miss. Nonetheless, a little bit about the station. It's got two platforms and was built in 1862. Nonetheless, I can see it from out the window. You'll see as well. And we've got to do the most of what we can get, I'm afraid, but that's life.
Nonetheless, the station is beautifully set out, as you can briefly see, and once again we headed out to see many more of the stalls that reside here along this line where you can buy memorabilia, and it gives you gorgeous views of the Shropshire countryside before we rolled in to our final stop of the day, Bridgnorth.
So, that's the final stop of the day reached. Welcome to Bridgnorth Railway Station, and what a station this is. It's the other terminus from Kidderminster on the Severn Valley Railway, and as you come in you are greeted with an 08 shunter, a Class 20, and Hackley Hall is in the silence there getting watered, and you've got a huge locomotive works here. Part of the appeal is that they are trying to raise £500,000 in order to get certain parts of this restored. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen to it is, going to fall into decline, which we don't want to do. So I'm happily going to put my hand in my pocket for it. So if anyone feels charitable and you want to put yourself to a good railway cause, then I would say this is probably a good one to do. You don't have to do the full 500,000, however, but every little helps all the same. And this station being built in 1862, like some of the others on this line, it just goes to show what can be done when people get their passion together and really help these type of stations. But nonetheless, we're at the end of the line, and welcome to Bridgnorth.
Bridgnorth is very impressive and was the perfect ending to a highly enjoyable journey along a railway line that has definitely lived up to its hype.
So that's our time at the Severn Valley Railway, all done and dusted, and what a day it has been. For me, for being my first time, I'm mind blown with what I've seen today, and you know, with Highley Hall in the background, with one of your favourites, you can't get better than that. So thank you very much for taking me, Graham. It's been absolutely brilliant.
It's been wonderful. As I say, this is about my fourth or fifth time here, and this has been wonderful coming back here, seeing some lovely steam engines, and just being back here. It's great.
Like I said, words cannot describe the day we've had, but nonetheless, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat before we hit the return journey back to Kidderminster. But nonetheless, me and Graham will see you again next time down the line.